Hey, so this is a weird video. It's not my usual, but I was just kind of wanting to play around, and since my job hasn't started yet, I'm still just have nothing to do, but I don't have anything to talk to you guys about either, so I just thought I would make this video and just to see how it turned out and if it was any fun. I hope you guys like it. So if you want to see how I made this grungy look, I guess you can watch this. It's pretty boring though. Why am I so awkward? I guess I'm just gonna go ahead and get started. So first I'm gonna use my foundation. I've got Makeup Forever HD Y205, which is like the only shade that's ever matched my face because I'm so pale. So I'm just putting this. So now I'm gonna take this damp beauty blender and just and I do generally like a more natural looking foundation, but I'm gonna go today. I feel like my face is kind of red, so I'm gonna go back in. This foundation is supposed to be like a high coverage, but it is not. It's medium though. It says high coverage, but it's buildable, but they should mark it appropriately. So now I'm gonna put some concealer on. This is my broken, for some reason it stopped coming out of the sponge that it has on it. It's Maybelline Instant Age Rewind, and I have to push down on it to get it to come out. I find it's really good for like color correcting, but it really gets rid of my purple. It's kind of orange. You see before I blend it out. And before I did my makeup, I already moisturized and I had some eye cream on, which helps it to lay better. And I like to make sure that I get the corners of my eye because I have a lot of like discoloration there, and if I don't get that, it makes them droop down. Now that that's done, I'm gonna go in with my brows. I like to do these first. I like to use pomade because it helps keep them in place. This is Benefit's Brow Gel. This is the sample that they gave out, but they also have a Brow Wiz. No, it's not Brow Wiz, that's Anastasia. They have some other brow thing that I tried it and I did not like it. It was basically like mascara for your brows, and it didn't fill in the empty spaces. It just made my brow hairs darker, which was not good for me because I have like invisible blonde hairs everywhere and I don't pluck those, I just leave them. And so it just, because no one can see them, but this brow product like picked them all up, so it looked like I just had like square block. So now I'm done with my brows, and I probably look a little crazy because they're kind of dark, but it'll even out once I get my eyeshadow on. And I didn't want them too angular since I'm going for a grunge look. I just kind of wanted them to be dark and kind of wild a little bit, not too perfect. So now I'm going to take this white eyeliner because I do want to just highlight a little bit under here to make my arch a little bit better, because I don't have great arches. My eyebrows are like my feet. They're pretty flat. They just need a little support. So now I'm going to go in with my eye primer because I'm about to get started on my eyes. So I like this Wet n Wild Photofocus eyeshadow primer, and I've never tried Urban Decay's potion primer, but I have heard that this one is just as good, and I'm all about saving money. Now I'm gonna go in with some an eyeshadow that's the same color as my skin just to set the primer, because otherwise when you put on the other shadows it'll kind of stick to the primer, and I don't want it to like stick, like I don't want there to be like a brush imprint. I want it to blend, so I'm just putting something that matches the color of my eye down. Not that you care, but this is Lancome from the holiday beauty kit. I got it as a gift, but I don't know what this shadow is called. So I just put that all down over my eye. So now I'm going to take a shadow that is very similar like to my eye color, but just a tad bit darker. So I'm going to use this, I have this Ulta palette, it's Indie. I'm going to use this lighter shade in here. And I'm just going to take this brush, it's kind of bigger, and I'm just going to go pretty loosely around in my crease. It doesn't have to be too perfect because it's like grunge, and I just want it to be really smoky and not too precise, so you don't have to, this is not a difficult look to achieve, or else I wouldn't be able to do it myself. Like, I enjoy makeup, but I'm not Lisa Eldridge. So now that I've got my transition shade done, I'm gonna go in with something just a little bit darker with a brush that's a little bit more precise. So this is like a contour eye brush that I have. So now I'm gonna go in with this darker color from the palette. And I'm gonna start, usually I start over here because I want a kind of a wing look, but this time I'm gonna start in the corner because I want my eyes to look a little closer together. And this just gives like a shadow effect, and you want to make sure this color is matte that you're going on with. So I'm just getting in the crease now and up here around the brow bone. No, not the, up here around my nose bone. And you don't want to push down too hard. You just want to lightly place the color, because when I first started I would like really shove it into my eyeballs, which is not necessary. You want to be light and kind of just like sweep it everywhere. So now I'm finished with that part. Next I'm going to go on to this burgundy shade I have in this e.l.f. palette. So I'm just going to take this burgundy color, and I'm going to take this flat paddle brush. I don't think that's what it's called, but just something to place the color. And I'm just going to place it in the corner and kind of drag it out. And I'm going to do the same for the other eye. So some days I would just maybe stop here, but today I'm wanting something a little more dramatic. So I'm going to go in with this kind of gray maroon shade in this palette that's got a little shimmer to it. And I'm going to take just some toilet paper, or you could do a paper towel as well, but I'm just going to line it up with the corner of my eyelashes right here, so it's parallel to the corner. I'm going to take this color on the same brush and just go right here underneath and up, and then I'm going to drag it down and back up. And I'm going to do the same for the other eye. And then I'm just going to kind of blend it with my finger so the edge isn't quite as sharp. Now I'd like to do this because I have this little beginnings of crow's feet, and if I don't put something there to cover it, it'll get all up in that, and then it'll make my eye go downwards, and I don't want it to go too far down. So my camera cut off for some reason. I don't know how much it cut out, but I'm just lining the outside of my eye with this thick eyeliner pencil, and you kind of want to make it pretty dark, but you don't have to be too precise because we're gonna blend it out. And I kind of am making it pretty thick. Okay, so I finished with my eyeliner, and you're probably thinking, this girl is crazy. Like, she had this nice eyeshadow look going on, and now she's ruined it with this thick, clumpy, lumpy black eyeliner. But I'm gonna take this flat little paddle brush that's itty bitty, and I'm gonna take this toilet paper again, and I'm gonna place it where I placed it last time. But now I'm just gonna sweep this out and up and just sweep it all over my lid, basically. And I'm going to take it down along the bottom lashes too. And I'm just going to continue with this brush and with this little dome itty bitty brush. Just continue smudging it out until it's all the way over my lid. Okay, so now that I'm done with that, I'm going to take that Lancome palette I had again, and I'm going to get this black shade, and I'm just going to put it on another flat paddle brush. Where is it? I'm just going to put it on a different flat paddle brush. This is a Lancome one, and I'm just going to pat it over top of this black to kind of set it. See how this one's a lot more black now? I'm just gonna use this again so I don't get any fallout. Okay, so now I've also taken that black eyeshadow and put it in my crease, and then I took that eye brush we used earlier for the burgundy and I just swept it up. So to give a little more definition in the crease, but also so that since I have hooded eyes, when I close them, you can't really see it, but it makes the wing a little bit more. This one's not hooded, but this one is more hooded, and so it makes it more symmetrical. So now I'm going to take this brown brush again, and I'm just gonna sweep it along the bottom, kind of smoke out that bottom lash line, and I'm just gonna apply some mascara, and then that's all I'm gonna do for my eyes. Okay, so now that I've got my mascara on, I'm just gonna take this Lancome blush that was also a gift for Christmas, but this is in the shade Shimmer Mocha, and it's just this natural brownie pink color. And I'm just gonna take it and I'm going to place it. I'm gonna start back here and then just kind of contour with it, even though it's like a blush. And I want it to be the darkest here and then to just gradually go out. I'm gonna do that on both sides. So the other day, like last week, Megan was here and my mom was too, and we were going shopping. We were in the Marshalls, and I was just standing there looking at a rack, and I was like, I kind of like shuffle on my feet a little bit, like I'll turn them sideways and like stand on the side of my heel or whatever. And I was wearing my brown platforms, and I was standing there and I was just looking, and then all of a sudden I was on the floor. Like I had no time to even catch myself, but the shoe had like, the platform had completely come off the shoe, and I don't know if that was like because I fell or if it was like the reason why I fell, but like, and everyone was like looking at me. I was like, are you okay? Because I fell like flat on my butt, and my dress, I was wearing like a red dress, and it like flew up, and luckily I was wearing like granny panties, because otherwise like if I had been wearing anything besides granny panties, like it's so embarrassing. I mean, it was already embarrassing enough. My face was like so red afterwards. But so now I've got this blush contour going on. And I'm just gonna take my lip liner pencil in this pink color. And it's kind of close to my natural lip color. And I'm just gonna go. My lips are kind of uneven. And so I have to really shape them with this pencil. I'm gonna go back in with concealer afterward. Okay, so now that I've lined my lips, I'm gonna go in with this concealer brush. And I said concealer earlier, but I'm gonna go in with this Bobbi Brown Stick Foundation. And I'm just gonna go around wherever I messed up on my... Actually, I'm gonna take my finger and just pat it on. And then... So now that I've got my lip liner on and my concealer around it, I'm gonna go in with some lipstick. And this is Lime Crime's Marshmallow. It's a liquid lipstick. I'm using this because it's a nude, but since I'm so fair, it comes, like, it looks a little bit more brown and gray on me. So I'm just gonna apply this. If you have a darker skin tone, you probably want to go for something a little more brown or gray for this look at least. So this is the finished look. I'm pretty happy with how it turned out. It's not my usual. Usually I go with a more natural makeup, but I just wanted to play around today and see what I could come up with. So that's that. I hope you enjoyed this odd video from me. Talk to you later. Bye.